The Golden Bachelorette Season 1's Joan Vassos could get cold feet about marrying Chuck Chappell, and she may end up being a runaway bride. It would be a disappointing end to her journey, which started long before the 61-year-old private school administrator was cast as The Bachelor spin-off's first female lead. She never expected to find herself dating again at her age, let alone dating dozens of single men, but life doesn't always go as expected. Joan was married to John Vassos for 32 years, and they had 4 children together before he died in 2021. Joan loved her late husband dearly, and with their 4 children grown up and out of the house, she found herself all alone. She agreed to appear as a contestant on The Golden Bachelor Season 1, which was when Joan made her television debut. Though she liked 72-year-old Jerry Turner, her daughter gave birth, so Joan left the season early. She was then cast as the lead, where Joan met her The Golden Bachelorette cast, including 60-year-old Chuck. He won her final rose, and they got engaged, but there were signs Joan might get cold feet before the wedding. Joan accepted Chuck's proposal during The Golden Bachelorette Season 1, even though she said she had no intention of getting engaged at the end of her season. Soon after she was announced as the lead, Joan was interviewed by CNN, where she said she wouldn't be rushing into marriage. Joan went on to say that she strongly believed people needed more time to get to know each other before entering into such a serious commitment. She insisted that her thoughts on the matter weren't entirely due to what happened at the end of The Golden Bachelor. Despite high expectations, The Golden Bachelor Season 1 ended in a devastating divorce. After Joan left the season early, Jerry gave his final rose to 70-year-old day trader Theresa Nist. The couple rushed into marriage, tying the knot just a few weeks later in a lavish wedding event that aired on national television. Hopes were high for the septuagenarian couple, but they announced their divorce 3 months later. After the massive disappointment, the pressure was on Joan to lead a more successful season, so it's no wonder she wants to take things slow. The Golden Bachelorette Season 1 ended with Joan enthusiastically accepting Chuck's proposal as he slipped the ring onto her finger. Joan would probably say that she changed her mind about getting serious after meeting Chuck, but the excitement may be temporary. Joan may change her mind about the relationship once the first flush of new love wears off. If ABC wants another Golden Bachelor wedding, they have to hurry up and get Joan and Chuck to agree before the initial excitement of a new relationship fades away for the couple. The Golden Bachelorette Season 1 ended with Joan and Chuck getting engaged and riding into the sunset to live happily ever after. The newly engaged couple was interviewed by People soon after cameras stopped rolling, and they confessed that they had no intention of moving in together anytime soon. "We're going to be going back and forth between Kansas to Maryland and to New York," Chuck said. Joan lived in Maryland before appearing on The Golden Bachelor and The Golden Bachelorette, while Chuck lived in Kansas, and neither plans to change that anytime soon. Joan and Chuck won't live together and will instead go back and forth while also spending time at a shared home in New York City. This may seem like a good idea now when the relationship is still fresh and exciting, but this could be a challenge as time goes on. Joan and Chuck should want to live together, and it's a bad sign that they don't. Joan and Chuck's living arrangement is also reminiscent of Jerry and Theresa's relationship strategy. Before joining the cast of The Golden Bachelor, Jerry lived in Indiana, while Theresa lived in New Jersey. Neither wanted to move to the other's state, and they even talked about moving to a third place, but it never happened. Though it's hard for Joan and Chuck to imagine appending their lives for someone they met on a reality TV show, long-distance relationships rarely work, and Joan and Chuck may go down the same path as Jerry and Theresa. After his 12-year marriage to Heather Chappell ended in divorce, Chuck was engaged to Catherine Gorey for 9 years before she passed away in 2022. During Joan and Chuck's first solo date, he said that losing Catherine was the most devastating loss of his life. Though it's clear that Chuck loved his late fiancée deeply, the long engagement could mean he can't commit. It's possible his divorce made him gun-shy about commitment, which could devastate